Hello guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can make a Minecraft server and how you can allow your friends to join that while also not getting hacked at the same time. Because if you follow any other tutorials and do something called port forwarding, then you expose your entire network to hackers. So please do not do that, and I will explain why later in this video. So without further ado, let's get into it. So, first of all, what you're going to want to do is go to the Minecraft website. You can go to minecraft.net/en-us/download/server. There'll be a link to that in the description. And then you can go and download the server jar. Or if you are wanting a jar for an older version, all you have to do is go to your Minecraft launcher, and it will look like this. And at the top, you click on Installations, and then you go to the installation you want. And from there, well, this is latest release. If you want latest release, you can click into here and just download the server from here, and it will open your web browser and download it. And if you want an older version, like say 1.8.8, you just open up here and you can download the server file from here, and the process will be the same as I go through in this video. So, without further ado, I'll just download it from here. This is probably the easiest way to do it. And so it will just open up a browser right here, and then you can put this into your downloads folder, and it will download as server.jar. I've already done this many times, so I'm just going to call this tutorial.jar, and it will go ahead and download. And if you have anything that scans it, it will scan it. It may show up as this type of file is risky, but it's from the official Minecraft download, so it is safe. And from there, you're going to want to go to your desktop and create a new folder by right-clicking, going to New, and Folder. And then you can open the folder, and then you're going to want to move your server into this folder. So you can go to your search bar, open another instance of File Explorer, go into Downloads. You'll see your download should be at the very top, unless you've downloaded anything else. After you downloaded that, you can just move it into your server here. And from there, you should just be able to open it, and a few things will come up. It will not let you start it the first time you open it. So you can see nothing even came up. It came up with EULA, server.properties, and logs. EULA you need to open by double left clicking, and then it will say EULA equals false. This is the thing you're supposed to read for it. You can go to that website and read through, and if you agree to it, you type in true here. Instead of false, you need to delete false and change this to true for the server to work. And then you can save this by going File, Save, and then you can close. And so once you've done that, there's a few things you need to do. So the next thing you need to do is right-click in the folder again, press New, and create a text document. And then the next thing you need to do is go back to the website, or this will be in the description of the video. You'll see something like this, and you're going to want to copy paste it, and you're going to want to go into the new text document you made and paste it in. And so this is going to be in there. You're going to need to do a few things here. If you want to change the amount of RAM that is allocated to your server, that is basically storage for things that are happening on your server, and your computer has a specific amount of it. It really depends on how many players are on your server. For a general basis, you can do 4,000. You can change this to 4,096, though it depends on how much RAM is on your computer. And if you want to find that out, just go to your taskbar here, right-click, go to Task Manager. You can bring it over here. You go to Performance, and you can see how much memory you can add. You can see I have 32 here, though there's no need to use all that. Assuming you have, say, 16 or 32, you could go anywhere from 4 to 8, though a ton is not necessary, and unless you have over 10 players on your server, and I think 4 is enough, because you're probably going to hit issues with other components before you run out of RAM. And then once you've done that, the next thing you need to do is make sure this part right here, this is telling the server what to open. So in this case, it's opening Minecraft_server.1.16.5.jar, but we don't have that here. In my case, I have tutorial.jar. If you have just downloaded this and you've never done a server before, it will just be server.jar, so you'll change it to that. Otherwise, change it to whatever you've named this jar file that you downloaded and put in this folder. So in my case, it's going to be tutorial.jar. And once you've done that, you can save. Another thing you may want to do is for the server, when I start this, it will open a GUI panel, which is just like a user interface so you can look at things. You may want to write at the bottom, no GUI. And I don't think it needs to be capitalized, it doesn't matter though. And this will basically, actually it's already, never mind. I am crazy. It's already built into the thing here. So if you want to have the GUI that shows you the RAM, like how much is being used, that's kind of useful, just delete that. Or if you want to not have that, there'll still be a server log, which is more useful, and then you won't have two applications open. So for this case, I'm going to remove it, but it's completely unnecessary, and for my actual use, I don't use it. And once you've done that, you're going to want to rename this text document. Make sure you save before you exit the document. So File, Save, Exit. And then you're going to want to rename the text document as Run. And then you open it up. File, change to Save As. And you're going to want to change it to all files at the bottom. And save it as run.bat. And it will create a new one, and you can delete the old one. And there you go. That will start up your server. The next thing you're going to want to do is go to server.properties, and you can change anything you would like to with your server. By default, the server port will be set to 25565. You do not need to change the server IP. That will default to your IP. However, I will be going into this later because there is things you need to change if you want your friends to be able to join your server. I have timestamps in this video. If you look at the bottom and you've already set this up, you can skip to that section. However, there's a lot of other things on the internet and that say how to do it with something called port forwarding, but that is extremely unsafe, so do not do that. I'll get into that later though. So here you can change anything you want. If you have multiple servers, you're going to need to change the server port. Though it doesn't matter. There's other things you can change here, like I believe if you want to have a server image, there is one thing in here. Yeah, so the MOT, well, this is not the server image, but MOTD, this will be what shows up for your server. I'll just change this to tutorial to demonstrate. Tutorial, MOTD, tutorial. This is what will show up. Like if you have Windcraft here, it will be here. Like here, this server, a Minecraft server. So that will just say tutorial in this case. And there's other things you can do for the icon, and you can change the max build height, and a whole lot of other things like the view distance. Even if people change their render distance, this will be the actual view distance. And yeah, that's basically everything that matters here. Additionally, you need to change command blocks and some other things here. I think, oh, you can do a search. Image. Cannot find image. Well, it's in here somewhere. There is a way to have an image, but I'm not going to go over that here. There are many sources for that. So once you've got that all set up as you would like, you just need to open run.bat. And this will issue this command here, which will start to open the server. And because I did no GUI, or because I did not do no GUI rather, this will open alongside this, which is annoying. So if you don't want to have two applications open, then don't do this. This is nice though, if you want to see your memory usage and also have a console here. You can see this server, once it has reached this point, it will say done, the amount of time it took to set up, and help. And if you want to know the console commands, you can type down here, help, and it will tell you all the commands, just like you would in Minecraft. Here you will not type in /, everything will be treated as a command. And so yeah, you have this nice console you can use. And the next thing you're going to do is you want to make sure that your server did work. So you're going to want to create a Minecraft server in here. You're going to take the server address as localhost. At the bottom, this should show up. I'm just going to wait a moment. There should be verification that it is functioning. And if everything is named Minecraft server, you may want to change this to like my server or something along that lines. And you can see that it did work because this thing right here says tutorial, and so you can enter this in, and this is your Minecraft server. However, at this point in time, you do have a Minecraft server, but friends will not be able to join your server. No, you need to do something called port forwarding, or you can use a VPN. Port forwarding is where you open a port on your network. A port is what the server, like kind of a hole in your network, the specific section of your internet. And if you look in server properties, this is using this port. So you could go into your router and open that port. However, this exposes your internet to hackers and other types of attacks, and it's recommended to use this in many other videos, but do not do it. I probably have a whole separate video up on my channel by the time I put this out. We discovered this recently when running a Minecraft server. It is extremely dangerous, and you can lose access to your entire internet and have a lot of personal data stolen from doing this, so do not open a port. However, if you do want to allow your friends to join, which is something you probably want to do with the Minecraft server, then there is other solutions. In my case, I would recommend using a program called Hamachi. This is a VPN program. I've used this to show you how to join your friends' worlds without a server. If you want to check out that video, you can check it out on my channel. There may be a link in the description, or something like that. But you can use this program called Hamachi. Alright everyone, I'm just doing a really quick interruption here because in the original filming of this video, I forgot to show you how to download Hamachi. So here is how you do it. So first of all, quick disclaimer here, helped by McAfee. This website allows other people to control your PC, and it allows people to access your PC if they are on networks with you. So scammers might try to use it to gain security access or your personal info. I want to be very clear, I'm telling you to create your own network. Do not join networks you do not know, and do not invite people you do not trust onto your networks, because that allows them to access your computer through a few steps, but it could allow them to access your computer. It's not a remote control software, so it's not going to be that blatantly easy, but you do want to make sure you trust the people you invite onto your network, so do not invite random people. So in order to set this up, you're just going to want to download now. And so this is going to go into your downloads folder. You're just going to press save. It's going to be here. If you cannot find it, you can open your folders and do quick access. It should show up there. If it doesn't, you click up at this corner in your web browser. I'm using Brave browser. It may be different on other websites. It does not matter. Or on other web browsers. It does not matter. There should be something like this. And you go into downloads, and you can see this. And if you move something, it will show up as deleted. And you can click on this, and it will go through your setup. And you can go through. I already have it installed, so I don't need to install it here. I'm not going to. Once you install it, you'll be prompted to create an account and give them an email. It is through a trusted provider, log me in. So that's okay. They won't spam you with information. I've never received an email from them, so that is okay. And yeah, so you can create an account through them, and then we can continue on to the next step. Basically what this program does is create a direct tunnel between your friend's computer, or however many friends you have, and your computer. And it's a paid program, however you can get a free trial of it. Or not a free trial, you can use it for free, but you can only have 5 members per network here. However, you can create as many networks as you would like, and you can have friends on the exact same network, or you can have friends on multiple networks rather. So if you have more than 4 friends who want to play on your server, because you can have 5 total including yourself, you can just create another server, or another network rather, to allow more people to play. So I'll just do a quick demonstration here of what you need to do. This is a very similar process to what you need to do to just join your friends' worlds, as if you were using the same network as a LAN world. So, or the video I made on that this is what this is similar to. So basically, all you need to do here is enter a network ID. I'll just call this tutorial server, and then like 76777 or something. Their names are going to be taken, so you just have to make a long name. And for your password, I would recommend making as strong a password as possible, because if you do not make a strong password and people join this network, it is extremely dangerous, and just like an open port, they have access to your computer, they can steal personal information, and a lot of very bad things that you don't want to have happen. So make a very strong password, or make no password, or make, I think you do need a password. So if you make a very weak password, it is perfectly fine, because all you need to do is set up the network so that people cannot join it. And so you can, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, how to do this. So you can delete your network, you can set access, and you can do, yes, okay. So click on this, click on set access, and you'll see network access. And under here is global lock. There's this checkbox right here. Do not accept new members. If you make a weak password, you want to check this box. And yeah, so you select OK there, and then whenever you want your friends to be able to join, you uncheck this box, and you can also uncheck the password box and just give them an ID. But as soon as they are in, actually I would recommend approving all new members manually to be extra safe, and then once they are in, you approve them and everything is fine. And that way your personal data and your network is safe, and then you can lock it back up again. And so once they are on here, you're going to have a lot of servers. Say I have this one right here, and this is Hamachi will generate you an IP. This is not your real IP, so people cannot just enter this IP into the internet and find your exact location. That's another advantage if you wanted to use this for something where there's people you don't necessarily want to know your exact location. Yeah, so you can use this. However, you do not want to get people you do not trust on these, because like I said, this gives them access to your network. There is an advanced process they will have to go through to actually do anything there, though it is a risk, so you don't want random people on this. So once you do get your trusted friends on here though, they will be able to see you on their network, and they can click this, copy address. They can go up to your thing and click copy address, or you can send them the address, and you can send them the address by seeing this thing at the top here. You'll see the name of your desktop or your computer or laptop or whatever you're using, and you'll see these numbers. You can right click on these and press copy IPv4 address. Do not use the IPv6, IPv4. You can go back into Minecraft and you can do this. You can enter it in. I'm just using direct connection, for example, and then you would enter the port. However, if you use the port 25565, you do not need to do anything. That is it, and you can just enter that in, and it should work. And yes, you can see it did work. I'm back on the same server. If there is any friends I have on this Hamachi network, they will be able to join the server. Alright, so as you can tell, that is how you can set up a server, and that will work perfectly fine. In fact, that will work very well for just setting up a server or anything like that. Though, just to demonstrate, I'll join a server that is functioning with Hamachi, and I want to be very clear that this is something that is safe to do. Hamachi is a safe provider as far as I can tell, I've used it for over a year now, and there's no issues. It's a paid service, that's why it's free. You pay to get more members on your server, or on your Hamachi networks, though as I discussed earlier in the video, you can easily get around that because they have no limiters in place on how many you can make. But yeah, that's why it's a free service, and it's perfectly safe as long as you do not let anyone who you do not know on there. So as long as you trust everyone on your server, it is perfectly safe. However, if you do a port forward, which I want to be very clear is something you should not do, then hackers or just anyone can get into your network. They can do something called a DDoS attack, where they deny everyone on your network access to it. They can just completely shut it down for days on end. Or they could do something else, like steal your personal information or your banking information or something like that, which is not good. That's not something you want to have done while setting up a Minecraft server, which is a little confusing when you think about normal server providers. Like if you get a server from a website where you have to pay, which you don't have to do. You can set it up like this. Then they do use port forwarding from their own network, and they give you a port, though they have security systems in place so that they cannot be attacked. They have anti-DDoS protection. You might see that advertised from servers so that they can't take your server down, and advanced protections like that just aren't something you can easily set up for your own network. Or you probably could, but yeah, it's about the ease of doing it, which is going to be extremely difficult. So this is a much better solution. And so yeah, that's about it as far as the security goes, and I got the server part out of the way. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you guys have a good experience with making a Minecraft server. And if you do have any issues with it, please leave a comment down below, and I will do my best to get to those. And yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next video.